Shakra Storyland.
Once upon a time, in a serene little pond nestled amidst a lush green meadow, there lived a family of ducks. Among them was a small duckling named Daffodil. Unlike the other ducklings, Daffodil was not as robust or as graceful. His feathers were a bit disheveled, and his quack was not as loud. But what he lacked in outward appearance, he made up for with a heart full of kindness and compassion. Every day, Daffodil would waddle around the pond, greeting all the creatures with a warm smile and a gentle quack. He would help the older ducks gather food, assist the little ones in learning to swim, and comfort anyone feeling lonely or sad. His acts of kindness didn't go unnoticed, and soon Daffodil became known as the kindest duckling in the whole meadow. One sunny morning, as Daffodil was floating lazily on the pond, he heard distressed chirping coming from the edge of the water. Hurrying over, he found a tiny sparrow caught in a tangle of branches near the water's edge. Without hesitation, Daffodil carefully untangled the branches, freeing the frightened bird. "Thank you, kind duckling," chirped the sparrow, fluttering its wings in gratitude. Daffodil smiled warmly, feeling a swell of happiness in his heart. From that day on, the sparrow became Daffodil's closest friend, and they spent many hours exploring the meadow together. One chilly evening, as autumn began to paint the leaves in hues of gold and crimson, a sudden storm swept through the meadow. The wind howled, and the rain poured down in sheets, causing the water in the pond to rise dangerously high. The ducks huddled together, seeking shelter from the fierce storm. But as the water continued to rise, panic spread among the animals. The older ducks struggled to keep their young ones safe, and the smaller creatures frantically searched for higher ground. In the midst of the chaos, Daffodil remained calm, his heart filled with concern for his friends. With determination shining in his eyes, Daffodil began to rally the other animals, guiding them to a nearby hill where they would be safe from the rising waters. He urged the ducks to form a line, leading the way through the flooded meadow. With the sparrow perched on his shoulder, Daffodil waded through the water, offering words of encouragement to those who faltered. Finally, they reached the safety of the hill, panting and exhausted but grateful to be alive. As they watched the storm rage on, Daffodil's heart swelled with pride. In the face of adversity, his kindness had brought them all to safety. From that day on, Daffodil's acts of kindness were celebrated throughout the meadow. He became a symbol of hope and compassion, inspiring others to lend a helping hand in times of need. And though he may have been just a small duckling, his kindness had made a big difference in the lives of those around him. And so, in the serene little pond nestled amidst the lush green meadow, the legend of the kind duckling named Daffodil lived on, a reminder that even the smallest of gestures can have the greatest impact.